Hey there, and welcome back to my channel, Weirdly O.C.D. In this video, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about cash envelope stuffing. And if you're not too sure what that means, I will explain it to you here in just a few moments. But I wanted to let you know that I do realize in the last few videos, they haven't really been cleaning or organization related, which is pretty much what this channel is centered around. But quite a few of those videos will be coming up soon in the next few weeks. In 1 month from today, Tony and I will be getting married. So I will be doing quite a lot of organizing and quite a lot of cleaning because we're going to have quite a lot of family and friends coming from out of state and out of the city to come to our wedding ceremony and reception. And I really want the house to look perfect or as good as it can look. So there'll definitely be a lot of cleaning and organization videos coming up for that, so please stay tuned for that. But in this video, I'm going to talk about cash envelope stuffing. I want to tell you, first of all, in the last couple of weeks, I would say a good word to describe it would be obsessed with watching videos on YouTube of people doing cash envelope stuffing. And let me explain what this is if you're not too familiar with it, or you've never heard that term, or you have no idea what in hell I'm talking about. So David Ramsey, if you've never heard of him, is kind of like a financial expert. I've never heard of him until I should say I have heard of him, but I wasn't too familiar with exactly what all he's done and everything until I heard of this. And he has developed a system for people to get out of debt and to start saving money. And those are two things that Tony and I need to do. We are very bad at saving money. I will admit that I am a touch of an impulse shopper. I really, really try not to be. But, you know, let's face it, I'll look at something sometimes and say, oh, yeah, I need that. And then I really didn't need it. I just really wanted it. But this system is to help people get out of debt and start saving money in general, or for certain goals or dreams they may have or improvements they want to make in their life. Now, I'm not doing it as in-depth as a lot of the videos of people that I've seen on YouTube do it, which is where they break down their paychecks or their monthly budget, save so much back from each check towards like their regular bills, you know, like their mortgage, their car payment, utilities, things like that. And then the remainder they put into what are called sinking funds, which I'll explain in a moment what that is. I'm not doing all that. I'm doing the second part of it, the sinking funds part. And what that is it's areas in your life where you would want to save some money back, so if something were to come up, you could pay for it in cash instead of using a credit card to pay a bill. So it's not for regular bills, it's for things that would come up throughout the year. So for instance, if you wanted to start saving money back for Christmas, so you can pay for all the gifts that you need to get in cash, and you're not racking up a big amount of debt on a credit card or over several different credit cards and then having to pay off all that over the next year. Or it could be something as simple as we want to do a home improvement to our house, so you know, let's save a certain amount from each check or each month. That's the part of this I'm doing, and I'm making it very simple. I'm only saving for things that I absolutely know that Tony and I are going to need money for down the line. So I'll explain to you how I'm doing this and the categories in which we are going to be saving some money. First of all, a lot of people, there is an actual, I guess, kit you could call it through Dave Ramsey, and there's also a lot of Etsy shops that I've seen and have seen mentioned in these YouTube videos where they specifically make these cutesy, you know, crafty envelopes for you to put your different sinking funds onto and put your cash into. I don't need all that. I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought one of these uh, accordion file things. A lot of times people will use these for couponing, but I'm using it for this because I thought it was perfect. It was, first of all, only $1, and it isn't busy. It's very simple, black envelope. It's got pockets. It's got 5 pockets, and that's really all I need because I really could only think of 5 things that we would need to save money back for. So the 5 categories that I really did sit down and try to think what we really would need to save cash back for, that we wouldn't really want to put on a credit card, or if we could try not even run our bank debit card for. Those categories are medical, car maintenance, vet, Christmas, and savings. And I know these look a little smudged. I'm a little disappointed in that. I wrote them in pen, and then my hand kind of went over it and smeared them a little bit, and I tried to clean them up as best I could, but, it is what it is. So, as far as medical, and I'll tell you each category as to why I picked what I picked. So first of all, medical. With Tony and I getting married next month, he's going to be losing his medical insurance. I'm going to put him on my work insurance, but it still would be nice to have cash to pay for prescription co-pays or doctor's visits or any kind of testing that may need done for either of us, any annual exams we may need to go to. Excuse me, that was a mouthful. But things like that, it would just be nice to have cash for and not have to use on a credit card. The second category I have is car maintenance, and that is going to be money saved back for oil changes when they need done, any other car repairs such as, brakes or filters, tune-ups, God forbid anything bigger than that, like, transmission or anything like that, which I hope that never happens, but, I want to start saving money for things like that, along with your annual, license plate registration, anything doing with car maintenance. Maybe even, putting some money back in here for car washes or vacuuming out the car, things like that. That's what the car maintenance category would be for. The third one in here is for vet. So that's pretty much anything vet related. And I think I should have actually called it pet instead of vet, because I don't want to put money back in here just for vet visits. I'd like to also put money in here for grooming appointments, or maybe any special treats or anything we may want to get for our dog. But I want to start putting money back towards vet visits. Because right now we're having to take our dog Cosmo to the vet about once a month to get an allergy shot. And it's not terribly expensive. The shot itself is actually under $20. It's the visit of seeing the vet that's what costs the most. So it's usually about $55 to $60 a month, which isn't horrible. That's really not that bad, but it would be nice to have cash to pay that. I've never put that on a credit card. I've usually always ran it through our bank card, but it would be nice to have cash for that as well, along with any medical procedures she may need to have, or any dog licenses that she needs to get. We have to have a dog license here where I live that needs to be renewed once a year, so we'll save money for that in there as well. The next to last category is Christmas. We really want to start saving money back for Christmas, because I have a really, really bad habit of waiting until about the last week before Christmas, and then running around with like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to find, the perfect gift for certain people, and then I get frustrated because I can't find it, but that's my own fault because I waited too long. So I want to start saving cash back for that, as well as I've created a document on my cell phone, kind of like a Word pad document, where I've been listing things as I'm out and about, either, shopping or doing whatever, running errands, where I've seen things that I think would make good gifts for certain people. On that Word document, I'm just putting, what the item is, where it's located, as far as like what store and how much it is. I pretty much know who it would be for because I don't shop for a whole lot of people for Christmas, a handful, literally. So between that and saving cash back for that, I think that'll make Christmas a little less stressful. And then the last category I have in here is just a general savings. That could be literally for anything. It could be for something Tony and I may want to do on my week off from work for when we get married. It could be for some type of home improvement project or home renovation project we may want to do here, or whatever we may want to just save money for. But I think I'm going to like this system. I just started this today, and I've already withdrawn from our bank account $40, two $20 bills at two separate times. So we have 20 in the savings portion, and I just went to the store and didn't spend nearly as much as I thought I was going to or needed to. So that left with about 25 in the bank account. So I took another 20 out at the ATM and put that in the section for Christmas. So we've got 20 for savings and 20 for Christmas. So we've got $40 saved back already, and I just started this today. Now, there is another step that a lot of people I've seen do with this, and that is they have a little ledger inside each envelope so they can keep track of their deductions when they take money out of a certain section and use it, or when they deposit certain amounts into certain sections, so they know what their new total is. I'm not going to do that simply because I can just open it up and count it and know exactly how much is in there. And if there comes a point where I know I'm going to need to pull money from a certain section, I can just add a little extra money to that section from that paycheck that's coming up before whenever we need to do something. So that is what I'm currently doing to try and save some money back for certain areas in our life and our pet's life. Not that we struggle with paying any of the bills or anything like that, but I just felt it was kind of nice to be able to, or I feel like it would be nice, I should say, I haven't done this yet, to just pay some things in life with cash instead of always running your debit card, or, if you absolutely had to, of course, and didn't have any cash or money and you had to use a credit card, I totally understand. I've been in jams where, I'm down to my last $5 and it's like the day before payday and you have to go get, like $20 worth of groceries or something like that, and I had to put it on a credit card. So I understand that, but it would just be nice to be able to save money back, have cash for certain aspects of life, and that is what we are going to start doing, and we started that today. So that's why I wanted to show you this. If you're more interested in finding out a bit more detailed on how this system works and other things that people are doing with it that I'm not doing with it, like I said, mine's very scaled down. I'm just trying to save some cash back for certain things in life. You can definitely look on YouTube, just do a search on there for Dave Ramsey cash envelope stuffing or cash envelopes, Dave Ramsey, no debt program. Those kind of keywords will definitely bring up a ton, and I mean a ton of videos on this. Like I said, I've been obsessed with watching people, save back money and put money in certain envelopes, and I don't know, it's just some kind of like, I'm not sure how to describe it, but it's kind of exciting to watch people, take $40 and put it back for this section, and take $100 and put it back towards this. And it's really interesting to see people's envelopes grow. They really do. And if you stick to it and trust me, I'm going to try my very best to do that with this. You can save a lot of money. I've seen people have hundreds of dollars saved back for each section that they want to save back for. And there are people out there who save for a lot more sections in their life than I have. Some have a section for each of their kids. Some have sections for anniversaries, birthdays, and Christmas. We just, have Christmas. So there's a whole bunch of different directions that you can go with this, a whole bunch of different things you can do, products you can buy if you want to get cutesy with it. Like I said, I don't. I'm going simple. This was $1 from the Dollar Tree, and it came with the little labels that I wrote on there. But you can check that out if you like. But that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.